Oh, hell yeah, that was some badass stuff right there. Kings Never Die, and that track right there was called Stay True. And you wouldn't believe it, but I am on the phone right now with Dan of Kings Never Die. How's it going, Dan?
Vicky, I don't believe it. I'm
Yeah,
doing great. I'm
right
doing
on.
great. Everything's great. And like when we spoke previously before we came on air, I
Yeah,
just want to thank you for having Kings Never Die, just a part of the station and the program, and also just want to thank everybody or anybody that's tuned into the station right now and is just taking the time to listen to the song or the interview. Like, just want to thank people in advance just for tuning in.
aw, right on. That is so cool. Heck yeah. So what have you guys been up to these days?
Well, we're putting out this record called All the Rats. So that is pretty much what we're doing.
Right on.
Like it's like an exciting time. Like anytime you are going to release a record and you're preparing for the release of the record, you're also working on, okay, when the record comes out,
Yeah,
touring schedule, booking shows, but the media end of it, and or the part where like the album is out there and there's you start to thankfully get reviews and see other people's opinions of what we created as a band. That's really like the most exciting thing, to see what their take of the record is, what songs they may like, what's the review. Like, everybody says, oh, we don't care what the review is. Like, yeah, we care what the review. Like, we
heck
put
yeah.
our heart and soul into
Exactly.
this record, and like, everything matters to us. You know what I mean? We're at a
Yeah,
point where we don't have to do this. We love to do it.
that's right.
So yeah, so when you're doing something you love and you're getting to create music and have a band with really, I mean, younger kids now will call it like their friend group or whatever. Like, this band came to be through relationships, friends, just coming together and doing something that we all love to do.
That's so
So right
badass.
now, that's the most exciting thing. The record gets released May 26th. That's big because then everybody gets to hear the rest of the record, which,
Hell
in
yeah.
my opinion, like, the two songs that are released to this point, Make Them Anymore and Stay True, and now this one's for you is actually available digitally. There's not like an actual video for it.
Okay.
There's a lyric video for it, but those songs are on side A, and personally, I think side B is better than side A. You know what I mean? So
Right on.
I'm excited for people to hear the entire spin.
I'm
You know what I
excited too.
mean? Like, yeah, the album's you want the record to take you on a ride.
Oh yeah.
Like the messages, the stories,
Yes.
the lyrical content and the music, and this is more upbeat, this is harder, this is
Yes.
so I'm just excited. We're just excited about it.
Making me excited. Cannot wait to hear the rest of it myself. But the one that I just played right there, that was one of my favorites so far. So we were talking just before coming on air, and you were mentioning how you're the one that writes the lyrics. No?
No, I mean, I do write. I have a large part in, let's say, the songwriting.
Okay. Yeah.
The original ideas for the songs. Most of them like start with an idea that I put together. But the great part is when you bring that, and a lot of that has to do with the lyrics too. Most songs that I write, believe it or not, I actually write the lyric, or I write, let's say if you want to call it the chorus part, I
Okay.
kind of write like a memorable chant type chorus, and then the rest of the song writes itself around that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So at that point, I'll bring it, to the band. How we actually put this record together was originally me and Danny Schuler, the drummer, got together, and we musically really stripped every idea down to the ground and redid everything with both of our inputs. As we brought the songs to the band, then lyrically it would be like, okay, here are the lyrics. This is the way the fabric of the song goes. And then in a lot of cases, obviously I wound up writing a lot of the lyrics, but, Danny, also, like, Danny wrote the verses, I think, to at least 2 of the songs.
Okay.
Dylan wrote the verse parts probably to at least 2 of the songs. And then together, me, Dylan, and Danny get in a room and take the song, and then we really want to make sure that every word in the song, we mean it, and we stand behind it. And what are we trying to say, and how are we trying to say it?
Right on.
So, lyrically, the band is myself and Dylan Gaudino, our singer, obviously,
yes,
and Danny. As far as this record, as new songs we have, that writing component can always change. You know what I mean? Look, the great thing is this. We have a band, and everybody has input into everything we do. When you listen to a Kings Never Die song, it's a product of all 5 of the parts.
Nice.
Everybody puts their touch on it. Everybody adds their ideas to it. And that's the awesome thing about being in a band.
Hell
that's
yeah.
the awesome thing about songwriting.
That's right.
So
that's so awesome.
It's the way. It's the greatest part of being in a band is the process of the people. It should be the product of the people.
Exactly.
And I'm sure for other bands, maybe it works out that just one guy says, this is the way the song goes, and that's it. That's not the way that I operate, and that's certainly not the way that we operate.
Right on. That's good to hear that you guys come together like that.
Yeah, it's the most exciting part about being in a band. Like, the music, it's hardcore music. Like, you gotta feel it in your soul. It's gotta, like, there needs to be an emotional shift in your body. Lyrically, every word that comes out of Dylan's mouth, I know myself as well. I mean, I call them the add-on vocals. There's obviously two different voices in different songs, but like Dylan is the vocalist of the band, and Dylan, when he lays these vocals out, when you watch him live, every ounce of his soul, every bit of energy goes into every single word, because he feels it from, like, the bottom of his feet. Like, it's real.
Yeah.
And people can tell when something is fraud, and people can tell when something's real.
You betcha.
And, that, look, I'm going to be honest, like, this record and this band, I'm most excited, really, for Dylan, because he's a guy that, like, maybe people have never heard of before, they don't know, or there's no, and that's awesome. That's what it should be.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, the guy is an absolute animal, and I'm excited for him to go through this process of releasing the first full length and getting out on the road, and people seeing him, like, just tear it up every single night. You know what I mean? It's an interesting, story. There's a story behind Dylan as well. Like, Dylan, me and Danny we've been doing this for a long, long time.
Yes.
Evan's been doing this for 15, 20 years. Larry the same. Dylan and Evan, I mean, they're much younger than us.
Yes.
So the band, it's not like there's no age when it comes to this genre of music. Nobody cares how old people. If people care,
Exactly.
But Dylan's much younger than us, and Dylan is a guy that, like, recently I found, like, Dylan was a college DJ at his college,
Right
and he
on.
played Biohazard and Dog Eat Dog and Mucky Pup when
Hell
he was
yeah.
a DJ. Like, Dylan was a fan. I hate to say the word fan, but, he was like a fan growing up of our band.
Heck
So
yeah.
for him to be now playing with some of the guys that had, were a part of those bands, it's an interesting story, and it's cool, man. It's a cool
It does
path,
sound really, really cool. Thank you for sharing that.
Yeah, it does. Yeah, well, whatever comes out, Vicky.
Yeah, exactly. That's what we were saying. Yeah, we were talking a little bit about, just also with regards to getting your music, heard and picked up out there. We were talking a little bit about that and how difficult that is. I was thinking that maybe we could talk a little bit about that.
Yeah, I mean, look, for every band, it's difficult because
Yes.
there's so much.
Yes, there is.
I mean, digitally, you could be sitting in your bedroom and upload a song to Spotify or use DistroKid, and it's everywhere. Or it's easy. So, look, the hardest part about having a band, especially a newer band like this, is just getting people to just go to Spotify and just give a 2-3 songs a listen.
Hell yeah.
Like, you'll see, there's 3 songs from All the Rats that's up. Make Them Anymore, Stay True, and this one's for you. Give it a listen. If you don't dig it, don't buy the record. Don't, that, if you dig it, hey, the record comes out May 26th.
Hell
You can
yeah.
go, it's so easy. It's kingsneverdieofficial.com. You can go to, there's like 15 distributors all over the world you could buy this record from.
Right on.
Tower Records, Cortex Records. If you're in Germany, Nuclear Blast or Cortex Records again, Merch Bar. I mean, it's in 800 to 1,000 record stores all over the United States. It will be.
Nice.
It's not a record that's hard to find. You can get this record anywhere. But the hardest part, before you sell 10 records, is, it's hard to get people just to go check it out.
Yeah.
And see if they dig it. And look, thankfully, we're like, we've been doing, either on the radio or press or write-ups in fanzines, magazines, like whatever level. Like, we're grateful for all of it. But so far, I mean, the reaction has been, all really positive.
Nice.
And there'll always be negative.
Yeah.
But it's been overwhelmingly, it's kind of almost shocked us a little bit.
Yeah.
So I just think it's a matter of, it's people like you, stations like yours, local promoters like the local promoter in Nashville or Jackson, or in Tennessee.
Heck yeah.
It's somebody saying, I want to book this band. I'm going to play this band. I'm going to tell my buddies about this band. Like, that's the hardest part, is just getting people to hear or give your band a chance.
Exactly. Yeah, well, that's what I'm definitely here for that. I'm here to help and spread it everywhere as much as I can.
Good. Spin that record, Vicky. Spin that record.
I'm a spinning. I'm a spinning. But I know that
I'm fun.
you're so totally rad, and I am so appreciative of your time tonight. And I know that you're tight on time, and pretty much the same for me. But
Well,
it's been a blast
we're
talking
all
with
tight
you.
on time.
Always,
You
right?
never know how long you got.
You know it, and you make the best of it. But I really do appreciate your time tonight. And before I let you go, you could plug again, when it's coming out. And I was going to ask you if you could make me a quick station tag.
It's so funny. I was thinking Metal Devastation Radio, right?
Yes,
That's what it is. It's Metal Devastation Radio.
you betcha.
Has anybody ever done, like, Metal Devastation? Like, scream
Oh, yes.
the word devastation? Oh,
You-
they have. All right, I'm
you-
not going to do it then.
No, but that's other people. I don't got a tag like that. I'd like that. I
Yeah.
got one tag that's
Okay.
probably
So it would
somewhat
be
like
Vicky
that.
at Metal Devastation Radio, right?
Yeah, yes.
Okay. All right. But look, simple. The album comes out May 26th,
Yeah.
right? It's on Metalville Records, Rough Trade Records, Rough Trade Distribution. It's really simple.
Hell yeah.
Kings Never Die Official, KingsNeverDieOfficial.com. You can find everything. The videos, every video we've done is on our website. You could pre-order the record on our website. You could read about the band. You could get everything's on that website. And the way to communicate with the band or get a hold of us, if it's a promoter or anybody that just wants to ask a question, just DM us through Instagram.
Right
And
on.
that's Kings. Yeah, it's Kings Never Die Official, but it's Kings _never_die_official. That's at Instagram. And that's it. Like, there's
Right on.
2 simple ways that you could find out everything.
Right on. So badass, Dan. Thank you again so much for talking with me tonight. That was totally
course.
killer. So
Of
yeah.
course.
Yeah, anytime. Here we're both trying to be polite. Who's going to talk first? Oh, but anyways, I cannot wait to hear the rest of the album and all that good stuff. I'll be keeping it in the playlist and rotation. So anytime you're ready to do the tag, go ahead.
Okay. You're listening to Vicky at Metal Devastation Radio.
Fuck yeah. That was badass. Thank you so much, Dan. So
All right. Have a good night. Thank you.
You have a good night too. I'm going to play another one for them, and it's going to be Stand for It All. So you take care. Yeah, you take care, and I'm going to blast
Got it.
this for them.
Killer.
Thank you, Dan. You're welcome.
All right. Good night.
Bye now.
Bye.
There you go, everybody. That was Dan from the band Kings Never Die. And like I just said, I am going to play Stand for It All. Hope you guys enjoy this. I'll come back and I'll talk to you guys in a bit. Thank you all for listening to Lady Red's Bath of Blood here on Metal Devastation Radio.